Hello, students. Welcome back. Today we'll be talking about the integumentary system. It's 45.4 in your Google Classroom. Let's begin with prayer. Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Pray for all of our students and their families. They can stay safe and happy. Pray that kids be able to get their schoolwork done and at the same time help out their families and find a way to connect with friends through this difficult time, and that we can return to normal soon. Amen. Okay, so the integumentary system, the hair, the skin, and the nails of the body. Let's get right into it. Functions. So your skin especially protects your body from the outside world. It creates a separation. It also holds body fluids in. You're not just losing water out your skin all the time. You can sweat, but that's a mechanism of the body. Protects against disease. You have lots of things on your skin that actually are antibacterial and help fight disease. Also just keeps the disease outside. Eliminate waste. You can eliminate waste through your skin through sweat and glands. We'll talk about those. And help regulate your body temperature with either goosebumps or sweating also. Structure. Skin is composed of two layers, an epidermis and a dermis. It also contains glands, hair follicles, other sensory receptors, blood vessels, things like that. And it works like this. The epidermis is the outside layer. It's not very thick. The dermis is a much thicker layer. And then some people talk about the hypodermis as a layer, but I'm having you just learn these two. The epidermis up here and the dermis down here. So let's talk about each. The epidermis, remember that's the outer layer. It's composed of mostly flattened epithelial cells. Remember, epithelial tissue is a covering tissue. Top layers are mostly dead, but the bottom layers aren't. The cells all contain a protein called keratin. That's a very important protein. Helps keep the skin waterproof. And it contains a pigment called melanin. Melanin is what gives our skin its darkness color. If you have darker skin, you have more melanin. If you have lighter skin, you have less. And it helps absorb UV rays, protecting the skin from getting skin cancer. The dermis is the inner layer. It's a lot thicker. It's composed entirely of living cells, has all the neurons, blood vessels. That's where the hair follicles originate from. And there's even some muscles in there, nerves, all of that, all found in the dermis. Skin glands. Glands are found in the dermis and they extend up through the epidermis. I give you two types here, sweat glands and oil glands. I do want you to know that lots of times these oil glands create an oil called sebum. Sebum helps keep the skin soft and pliable, protect against some bacteria. The sebum can. It helps keep you, from losing water through your skin like an amphibian. Sweat glands help to get rid of body waste and regulate temperature. Here's an example of a gland. There's the gland and how it can secrete the oil or the sweat up through the hair follicle there. How does the skin help to regulate body temperature? Two ways. Sweat glands. This happens because the water will actually absorb heat from the body. The water will absorb heat from the body and then evaporate away, carrying the heat with it. That's important to know. That's a test question. The water absorbs heat and carries it away. Goosebumps is another way. Your skin will vibrate, and that'll create heat. And that's another way to help regulate temperature. Nails form deep underneath the skin. They're made of keratin too. They appear pinkish because they rest on the skin. So here's an example of a nail, how it originates deep underneath. And then there's the nail bed with all the pinkish blood cells, and that's why it appears pink. Hair helps insulate the body. Produced at the bits, or at the deep pits of hair follicles deep within the skin, composed mostly of keratin cells also. Here's some loose ends. Ultraviolet radiation from the sun can damage your skin, which can lead to skin cancer. Remember, the melanin helps protect against that. And then here's an interesting fact. A third-degree burn destroys nerve cells. There's actually a question about this. A third-degree burn is actually not as painful as a second-degree burn, because the third-degree burn burns up a lot of your nerves and you can't feel it. And then finally, watch these videos, do your 45.4 post questions. Love you. See you soon.